All right, today's lesson is 57 operations with small numbers. What's our objective? Get ready?
Operations with small numbers.
Good. Today you're going to learn how to multiply and divide fractions with not only positive exponents, which we've already done, but we're going to learn what happens if they have a negative exponent. So recall, if we were multiplying here, we'd do 5 plus 3, which would give us, get ready?
8.
8. Again, recall, if we were dividing, we would do 5 minus 3, which would give us, get ready?
2.
2. So we're going to add and subtract. So now we're going to make these exponents become either positive or negative and see how we apply the same law of exponents. So since we're multiplying bases with our exponents, the rule is the same. We still add, but look, they're negative. So let's just write it out to be very careful. Negative 5 plus negative 3. That's all the only arithmetic I have to do. So let's just recall. If the answers, or if the numbers are both negative, I take the absolute values of both, add them together, so 5 plus 3 is 8, and takes on the sign of both numbers. So I get negative 8. Think of it like this if you're still struggling with the absolute values and same signs. I'm negative $5 in debt, and then I add on more debt. I'm going to have more debt, so I'm going to go further down the number line, negative 5, and then I go more negative. Okay? So same rule, let's practice this one. 10 to the 5th times 10 to the negative 3 is going to be 5 plus negative 3. Let's write it out. 5 plus negative 3. Who wins when it's a positive fighting a negative? The negative wins. So really it's 5 minus 3, which is, get ready?
2.
2. All right, division. Like our old rule, if you're dividing bases of the same base, your exponents subtract. This is where students make mistakes because they go like this. Oh, okay, well, it's just negative 5 minus 3. No, it's negative 5 minus negative 3. So I like to write them both down. Negative 5 minus negative 3. And then you can see, oh yeah, those two minuses, they fight each other, and then it becomes a positive. Negative 5 plus 3. So you're negative $5 in debt. Someone gives you $3. 1, 2, 3. And you end up at negative 2. If you like to think of the absolute values, if the signs are different, subtract the 2. 5 minus 3, you get a 2. And the sign takes on the sign of the greater number. The greater number is negative, so the sign of my answer will be negative. Hey, give me a nod if so far makes sense. Raise your hand if you think it's so easy, I already knew this. Some of you? Okay, maybe a third of you. Let's do a few more. Well, let's do one more, and then we're going to do some scientific notation. Okay, so we got 10 to the 5th divided by 10 to the negative 30, and we're dividing. So what operation do I use? Here is it addition or subtraction? Think.
Subtract.
Get ready?
Subtraction.
Subtraction. So I'm going to write 5 minus negative 3. The two negatives fight each other out and take, what do we get?
Positive.
Positive. 5 plus 3, Bethany? Okay, that's it. Okay, not too bad. So let's take this little story situation. It's one sheet of paper is this thick. All right, so we're looking at the thickness, looking at it this way. Right, one paper is really, really skinny. All right, it's 0.01 centimeters. And if I had a stack of 2,500 sheets, maybe I'm a packaging company and I need to figure out if I sell this much in a package, how big of a box container do I need? How thick is that? So we're going to take this number, change it into a scientific notation number, change this one into a scientific notation, and then perform the calculation, which is multiplication. So we're going to go 1, 2, to put it in the proper position with one digit to the left of the decimal. 1.0 times 10 to the, I moved it twice, ding, ding, and it's a small number, so it's going to have a negative exponent. This one, the imaginary, or the invisible decimal, is here. So to make it scientific, I'm going to have to go left. 1, 2, 3. So there's one digit left over here. 2.5 times 10 to the, I moved it 3 times, and it's a big number. I had to move it to the left so my exponent's positive. And I'm going to multiply. All right? Let's make sure everyone's attentive. Stacia, thanks, she's looking up here. Thank you for being ready. Olivia's ready. Alex is paying attention. Sorry, I looked at you and then I thought, you are Alex. You both have two Alexes. Okay, let's multiply. So the rule is when you're putting scientific numbers together, if you remember, because we did this a little bit before, like parts get multiplied together. Like parts. Which parts are they, class? Get ready?
Like parts.
Like parts. So in other words, like here's the coefficient part. 1 times 2.5, that's 2.5. And here's another like part, the exponent part. The base to the exponent, the base to the exponent. So you're going to multiply 10 to the negative 2 times 10 to the positive 3. And then we already know this rule. Oh yeah, when I'm multiplying the bases, the exponents add. So I'm going to do negative 2 plus 3. What is negative 2 plus 3? Kenzie? 1. Good. So my final answer is 2.5 times 10 to the 1. And it's in scientific form, and look, it's in proper format, because there's one digit to the left. I don't have to adjust the decimal or the exponent, so I'm going to leave it like that. And I better put my units, centimeters. That's how big the huge stack would be. 2.5 times 10 centimeters, so really 25 centimeters big. All right, so let's practice 2 more problems. We're going to do 2.4 times 10 to the negative 6 times 2 times 10 to the negative 2. So again, I multiply like parts together. What do I do, class? Get ready?
Like parts together.
Like parts. Here are my like parts. 2.4 times 2. How do I double 2.4? Give it, John?
Times it by 2.
Which would give me
4.8.
4.8. Perfect. Okay, now my other like parts are here and here. I'm going to multiply there. Look at the exponents. The rule is when I multiply, I add my exponents. So I still have a 10. The base stays the same. I'm going to add my exponents. So that's going to be negative 6 plus negative 2. What will that give me? Maddie.
Negative 6 minus 2.
It's really just negative 6 minus 2, which is what?
Which is negative.
No, we're thinking of it like we're adding. We're adding 2 negative numbers together. So I'm in debt $6. And then I add on more debt. So negative 8. Notice I leave my paper trail. I didn't want to erase that because I want to give evidence to how did I get my negative 8. Now I can see it's from these 2. Okay? Again, number line, I'm at negative 6. I add on more negative, so I have to go left. 1, 2. That's where I'm at, negative 8. Any questions? Hey, your turn. 2.4 times 10 to the negative 8 divided by 2 times 10 to the negative 2. We're going to divide like terms together. Will you write it on your notes? Put your pencil up when you've got it. Okay. Checked most of the answers I saw were correct. Colin, what did you do?
So first of all, I divided 2.4. I divided 2 from 2.4, and I got 1.2.
Perfect.
And I divided 10 to the negative 2 to 10 to the negative 8, and I got 10 to the negative 6th.
Very good. Now describe exactly how you, out of these 2, how did you get a 10 to the
8
negative
minus
6?
negative 2, which would cancel out and make the 2 positive.
Okay.
And then negative 8 plus 2 is negative 6.
Negative 6. Very good. Again, when I was your age and I was learning the negatives and positives, because I know some of you are still struggling on this, I always thought of which number is more powerful right now. The negative 8 is farther away from 0. It's got more influence. It's going to be pulling the 2 along with it, right? So my answer is going to be negative, because it's going to take on the sign of the more powerful number. You see that? See how that makes sense? Maybe some of you don't think that way. That's how my mind thinks. This has more power over the 2, so it's going to have the dark influence of negativity. Okay. If you ever end up with a problem like this, a 4 times 5, you're going to get 20. Is 20 in proper scientific format? No, there's only allowed to be 1 digit to the left of the decimal. So if you get a 20, you have to move your decimal. Same thing on the 4 over 5, you're going to get 0.8. It's in the decimal's in the wrong spot, so make sure you adjust your decimal, adjust your exponent if that happens. Okay, we're on page 390. Take a 20-second stand-up break.